Get ready with me. Let's talk about dating while sober in 2026, and then we can also talk about what dating was like for me in 2025. Yeah, might talk about other things too, unsure. Might be interesting, might not be. We'll find out. We're gonna be more realistic today. I say that every time, and it's not realistic. So dating in 2025, what that looked like for me, tragic. I mean, it happened, so there was that. So last January, I started dating somebody inadvertently. I don't know if that's right word to use. We met at a place where people congregate once a week. So I was lonely, and one Saturday, actually, it was pretty much to the day, of today. So I just went ahead and texted him out of nowhere. We have literally never talked before, but I needed a sober friend. Also, I have a bruise right there, just disregard it. I boomed my head on my laundry room door. So we started hanging out as friends. It evolved over time, as it generally does. That's how that works. Actually, no, that's not how that works when you start out as friends always. What am I talking about? Nonetheless, it did. I still like him a lot as a friend. Yeah. What am I doing? This is not realistic, Katie. Just chill. Just stop. Anyways, we got to July. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know if I freaked out. That's generally how I broke up with him. That's what happened. Everyone's favorite part, not mine. Does anyone enjoy doing their eyebrows? And how long did it take you to get good at it? Because it's taken me, I think I started doing my makeup when I was like 13. I didn't do my eyebrows back then though, but probably since I was 20. I'm almost 33. Then I started dating somebody who doesn't live here. He was 2 plane rides away because there's no direct flights outside of Fort Wayne. There's like 10 options. And the place where he lives was not one of them. So it's a lot of flying. I was going through some shit that wasn't great, and I broke up with him, right? I don't do well with breakups because I still want to remain friends. Full transparency, I also have this really toxic trait where I still want them to want me. I am aware of it. I will work on it. So it took a little bit of time. You know what? I'm lonely. I have been divorced for 2.5 years. I would prefer not to be alone for the rest of my life. However, I am hyper aware of the fact that there's a good chance that maybe nobody will ever want to be with me long run. And I get it. I don't want to be with me long run, okay? He did not want to be friends. I get it. And that's my fault. Lovely person. Not. So I took a little break, and then I started seeing somebody I had previously seen. Figure that out. We were not dating. We were just friends. Another one of my toxic traits is that I thought it was a little more than that. Nah, that's okay. But for the first time in my life, I got broken up with. Real good for the ego. Yeah, no, didn't serve me well for a little bit. So 2026 hit, right? Yeah, what an excellent year we're having. Maybe you are. Majority of the world is not. I was okay going into 2026 without a boyfriend. Also, once you're married for an extended period of time and then you have to go to being called a girlfriend, it's different. When I hear that word, it's just like, these bags are dark. I switched to drugstore brand because single mom in this fucking economy. I hit a breaking point, as one generally does, unless people are perfectly content being alone for the rest of their lives, which I'm trying, because it's feeling like that's my only option at this point, so I just need to accept and move on. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm also very selective, as one should be. Don't lower your standards just because the dating pool sucks. Am I talking to you? Am I talking to me? It's me. Yeah. Either way, join the apps. That's what I did. I thought I was done with that shit. Yeah, I don't pay for the apps. I'm not paying for the apps. Bumble is my least favorite app, and it should be Tinder. Why? Because if they haven't liked me yet, I have to message them. No. So on Bumble, it's on every app. You can put your drinking preferences, obviously. The thing is, unless you pay for the fucking app, you can't filter the ones out that drink. So, all fucking day. Well, I don't do it all day. Actually, don't really look at them that much because it's very defeating and annoying. The options aren't great. No, I don't look at pictures. I just scroll down, see drinking preference, swipe left. Maybe 1 out of 150 doesn't drink. Obviously, my preference would be somebody who's sober that has their shit together. It's hard to find. I'm not even sure I'm in that category. I'm not. Every time. I'm just gonna drag it on. Fuck it. I stopped using it because I was like, I'm never gonna message these people. Nobody is sober and nobody's gonna like me after they find out what I do. I switched to Tinder. I will say there are more sober people on Tinder than there are on Bumble. Here's the most annoying part. You look at people's drinking preferences. Some say, not for me. I cannot date somebody who has never really drank before. That would be terrible because then they're not gonna get it. I still swipe right sometimes if it says that because some people aren't comfortable putting sober because I'm an alcoholic in recovery. So anyways, I'll message them sometimes. I generally don't respond. And then I disappear. I am brutally honest on these apps. I say sober. I say I work as a creator, which honestly might be affecting how many people actually message me. Yeah, that's it. We're gonna go with that. Then there's the people that say rarely. What does rarely mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me 2 to 3 times a week. What's even more confusing? They say rarely, but 2 out of the 3 pictures you chose to post, you're holding a drink in your hand. What is that? It doesn't mean they don't drink rarely. Maybe the only time they take pictures is when they're drunk. I just don't want to deal with it. I have traumatized my own fucking self with that shit. I just automatically assume people who drink sometimes become crazy. That's a me thing. Dolce Vita. Pretty much the only one I have other than a purple one, and I don't like to use that. So I was torturing myself and scrolling through Tinder for an extended period of time, just trying to see if anyone was sober on there, and then boom, one pops up. And I was like, oh, okay. Here's the thing. He hasn't dated much. No, not at all. And I was like, well, this was fun. You're generally not gonna go with the first one. Anyways, we hung out. It was fine. Lovely person. Did have to come to the realization though that this ain't it. Here's what I have a lot of respect for. When it asks how you drink and you put often. I wish you didn't, like that's where I'm at, but don't lie about it. They're gonna figure it out. What's your goal there? I'm gonna make them like me and then I'm gonna show them how much of a monster I am when I drink. Guilty. So to any guy that I dated after I got divorced in the first year, this is my amends. I apologize. Yikes. But thank you for buying my drinks. That was really nice of you. I'm sure you regretted that towards the end of the date. I saw somebody say do that, so I've been doing it. My eyelashes are no bueno. Not for me, but they are for me. They were specifically put on me. The guy I went on a date with, I told him what I do. He doesn't have TikTok, which is probably why he decided to follow through with the date. He told me that he wasn't gonna download it and watch my videos and wanted to hear my story from me. Initially, I was like, fuck. I really would prefer you to watch them before we hang out. See how much of a mess I am, but I'm not like a mess, but like I'm like not a mess. I do wonder if he's watched them. No. I did get my lips done. I will say this, the owner is a lovely person. The person that did them, the woman that did them, no. If you're about to stick a bunch of needles in somebody's lip, at least be nice. Maybe the girl that did them was having a bad day. So anyways, if anyone is sober and has dating advice, let me know. People ask me for it. Don't ask me. Wasn't good at it as an alcoholic, not good at it now. Oh, that's nice. Well, this was fun.